Yeah, Melissa, some real concern here today. This was at a Yale CEO conference that was moderated by Jeffrey Sonnenfeld this morning. A number of CEOs really worried now about where all of this could go if these attacks get worse. And we saw Ajay Banga of MasterCard saying that, you know what, when we prepare for these kinds of cyber attacks, we're not really preparing for the worst case scenario, at least the one that he envisions. Here's how he explained it.
I think you need to think about the fact that this is not going to be only one sector which will get attacked. When country states come after us, they won't only come after banks or only the FAA. They will do the FAA, the traffic light system, and the hospitals on the same day. We do not do exercises cross sectors. We barely do exercises with the security systems in a sector.
So that's how we ought to respond or prepare for the next level of attack. And then the question is, how do we respond for the attacks that have already happened? We saw Ash Carter, who was the Secretary of Defense under President Obama, laying out his argument. He feels like the United States needs to hit back now in response to these cyber attacks from Russia and China, but not necessarily hit back in kind. Take a listen to what he had to say.
If somebody attacks you in one way, you don't have to respond in that way. You look at their entire surface of vulnerability and you go where you can hurt them back. Both the Russians, my experience, both the Russians and the Chinese do respond to pushback, and it doesn't escalate out of control.
Ash Carter there suggesting that maybe one way the Biden administration could respond is by hitting back at President Putin of Russia, particularly in areas of his legitimacy and control over the society in Russia. That's one way for the United States to exercise its broad power here. Overall, guys, you get the impression now that these CEOs and government officials are really thinking about this, at least to my ear, like a new cyber Cold War. That is not a hot war yet necessarily, but a low-level conflict where people are responding to each other, tit-for-tat provocations and responses, all of that with the idea that if this gets much hotter, it could get a lot worse. Yeah. Melissa, back over to you.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.